sake. Starting all over is a very emotional player. When he wins on one character and when he does great on one character, you want to give him that character again so that he can play confidently. Starting all over did great last game on Kestrel. They give it again to him and they round it out with Baptiste. So it's a strong composition in general, and you have starting all over playing on a confident hero. This could work for Hammers even though it's against a Scarf, Cruel, and a Grace. That is such an incredibly strong comp in itself.
They seem like both teams have kind of got their own very strong compositions. Neither team really going for direct counter.
I like TSM's comp more. I was there for that SK game. I liked the way that this strategy played out. But Hammers did just win. I don't think TSM, like us, thought we would be here in this third game. Hammers are showing up today and performing incredibly well. So the question is going to be whether or not that confidence from starting all over, that comfortability, is enough to bring them through this. And FlashX wants to go in and fight.
Yeah, TSM really want to fight. This is a great fight for them. Once Von C got that Elder Treant, it's just roll, baby, roll. They're going to snowball all over Hammers. This is now TSM's jungle starting. Get out of here. Well, actually, starting might be able to grab this one. He hangs around. Are they going to go for starting? Flash even under that turret. Bestchuck, he's there. Bestchuck wants it. Bestchuck trying to make the plays. He's got it. TSM are up 3-0.
Yeah, they pick up the additional kill, but sacrifice that back camp steal away. Because Bestchuck and A walked away from that. Oh my god, Von C, he's feeling it.
What has been sacrificed here? Oh, Hammers, what's the play? Status trying to take his backs, eliminate. He pops that healing flask. Von C is going to look to take. Okay, Von C gets one of the backs. Status gets the other. Now, Status, you got to get out of here. Weakness stacks building up. Healing flask popped. And Von C and Flash will go and probably move back towards Elder Treant at this point. The Kroll and the Grace early on here, like if they get any healing, it's so powerful.
Yeah, it's really difficult to deal with them initially. You've got so much damage reduction coming up from Flash. Von C, he wants this fight. He wants to get more kills. Eliminate will be eliminated. Von C will walk away with another kill. And now that this is putting huge pressure on Status, Status now needs to run to the other side of the map and pick up some kind of farm. He's going to do his front camp, maybe. No, he's actually going to forgo his front camp. He's going to go all the way into Von C's jungle, but this is a Kroll. Kroll farms very quickly. That could be Von C finding the jungle.
Dove underneath the turret, they turn it. Flash is in deep. Flash with the healing flash, he's got to get back. One more turret shot comes through. Flash is down. Hammers are on the board. But continue, my friend. Status is in deep.
Status is in deep. He's deep behind enemy lines. I figured that Von C might be fast enough to catch up to him, but Status will be able to take away those two camps. I think the fact that they haven't seen Status makes them realize that he is somewhere in their jungle. They're not even going to bother going to deal with him. Bestchuck does need to be careful. He really wants to kill starting. He's looking for that additional Spitfire. I'm almost positive he knows that he's still there, and neither one of these laners willing to give. And now, ooh, that was a perfect stun, but here's
Von C's there! Hello! Did not see him coming up from the south side there.
Von C is a monster. He's 3-0-1. He's picking up boots. Is that going to be an instant tension bow? It is
my God.
Just enough gold. That's a 3-minute, 20-second tension bow. Beware the members of Hammers if you are caught out alone. It is not safe to go outside. The jungle is a scary place. And Von C is going to rampage through the jungle. Should be able to clear twice as fast now. And we do see two members for the side of Hammers grouping up to do some of those jungle camps, both for the farm and for the safety.
This is terrifying right now. Von C, in just a moment, we'll get back onto the aggressive side of the map. He's on his back currently. Hammers as 3 up in the lane, but man, some of the rotations that come out of Von C, it feels like he just pops up out of the ground. Starting, they got the Ordained down to Bestchuck. The stun's there as well. A nice Holy Nova buying some time, and actually, what a Holy Nova! That completely turned that around for Bestchuck.
Not only did it kill the play, but it won the trade, and they got a little bit more damage. The power of the healing flask, but here comes Von C. Has a couple of weakness stacks on the Status. Can they die this?
Von C, that's not your turret. Get back. Glimmer shots raining through. Von C turns around. Dead Man's Rush. He's gone too far. A 3-man. Holy Nova. Holy. Wow. Bestchuck with the Spitfire. They take down starting. These teams are here to play. This is going to be a real fun game.
Flash actually just kind of stood there and was like, I'm doing my calculations. Perfect geometry. I've got all 3 and they've got one more. Eliminate. We'll start to burn. The goop isn't there to finish the job. Can he land at max range? He doesn't. Bestchuck NA So I hadn't mentioned this, I hadn't gotten a chance because the action has been ever present, but Bestchuck NA now, well, he has finished the major item, he's got his Frostprint, but he likes picking up this little bit of weapon power and the armor. He'd rather play these safe lanes. Now, it always sets him back this 600 gold when he does something like this, but it's just allowed for him to survive, I think, a number of engagements you wouldn't have expected.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I think it helps them with the last hitting, a little bit of interesting trading. Maybe that's kind of unpredictable, and then of course just surviving. So that's really cool. At this point, though, Vainglory has his ultimate. All right, Source. So we're gonna be looking for this big From Hell's Heart to come out here. What would be the primary target? Is it gonna be this Kestrel?
If the Kestrel is that
oh, he's even alive, starting, getting lit up. Eliminate does have a fountain, and he's holding it quite a long time. Flash moves forward, has his own fountain as well. Flash also has a minion candy if they want to apply any pressure here, which I wouldn't be like too surprised if they did. Ordained is out, Status hanging around in that mid-range. Eliminate looking to tank up. The Spitfire is coming out here, protect his turret, and Vainglory just looking for that opportunity, waiting in the wings. He's around the bottom side, he's on to Status, and then right back out, abusing that empowered Shadows empower me bluff, and then moving down, so he'll take the mids away and just TSM applying pressure in the lane.
I think they're content to play the stranglehold strategy. You push the wave super far up, you've got a lot of dangerous poke coming out from Bestchuck. He can easily kill any of these targets if they overcommit or misposition. And here comes Vainglory. They're looking for starting all over. That's a good start.
Yeah, they got him. Starting's going to go down here. Right, starting? Yeah, they're going to go in. Dead Man's Rush, was it? Yeah, he moved in for that kill right there. Proc attention bow and just put him down into the dirt. It's going to be a turret as well coming through for TSM, who've established quite the stranglehold on this game as you describe it. And I think that's a great way to look at it here. What's the next move for this team?
For TSM, clear things out and set up again. Maybe, so we saw in Europe this really well done game from SK where they continuously killed the Crystal Sentry. They had the Crystal Sentry dead at maybe 13 minutes. They'd killed it 3 times. Now that's not the kind of thing that TSM is really set up to do just yet, but if they can take out the Crystal Sentry fairly quickly, they'll get that reprieve, that moment of time where they can set up in the jungle that pretty much allows Vainglory to do whatever he wants because he's such a monster right now with the amount of damage he does and how hard it is going to be to kill him, and they're able to just strangle out the farm. They'll be able to stop any of the jungling from happening. Vainglory's kind of doing that just because he's Kroll and he's fast about it.
He's in deep right now too, bud. Oh, he moves right through the active camo! Well, starting wasn't even fast enough to pop that. That is a rare thing right there. Vainglory is going to get out. It was a 3 versus 1.
Yeah, and I mean, the rest of TSM wasn't really there, but Vainglory didn't exactly need them. Now imagine if there was no Crystal Sentry. They'd
now
be able to
imagine
die,
if it was 3 versus 3. Status trying to do something, but he's eating the Spitfire. Here's some shade will come out, buying a little bit of time, starting eating these Spitfires, and the damage taking down, burning down on him. Flash is looking for him. Flash moves forward, Holy Nova connects on to Status. Bestchuck will take him down, eliminate down towards the bottom side, and Vainglory is like, you know what, team, I'm just gonna go for the gold miner. You got this, don't worry about me. Flash X self, divine intervention, buying time as Bestchuck just throws out Spitfire machine gun at this point. One shot comes on through, almost connecting. TSM able to get out of there. They move back as a team. They'll take this gold miner. Just flawless rotations.
Yeah, and this is kind of the lesser version of what I was just talking about. If they were going for the Crystal Sentry, that would be just like the very deep invade. The jungle is ours. You do not get to move throughout the map unless we allow it so that we can set up kills. This was we're going to send 2 members forward. A little aggressive by Flash X to go for that second benediction and dive very deep into enemy lines, but that allows for Vainglory to pretty much solo the gold miner. He's picking up a little bit more attack speed. I don't know if that's going to be a poison shift, probably a breaking point, although I'd like to see him eventually pick up that poison shift, cut off that healing. He's already very difficult to sustain in update 2.8. It's even harder when you've got a Kroll who's constantly applying that mortal wound onto you. And sustain-wise, there really isn't that much self-sustain for the side of hammers that can easily break over in their composition, where the tankiness is on, well, pretty much Status to be able to get a little bit of healing back and eliminate to honestly CC out the enemy team before they even take any damage.
Well, decisions will have to be made. Either way, starting, picking up a Tyrant's Monocle. He did have that level 7 weapon infusion active in their last engage. That'll be timing out very shortly. Status as well, you can see. I mean, they pop those very close to each other, so if those time out right as a fight starts, that could be tough. flashes in with the benediction. Spitfires connect on a starting. There's your From Hell's Heart onto Status. He's probably gonna get lit up. Holy Nova. Status trying to stand his ground, gets the fountain. A lot of reach, and look at, he's actually staying alive. The Fearsome Shade, the Blast Shimmer connects. Flash. I mean, TSM are running away, but where's the damage? It's not there.
They weren't able to finish the job. It's early enough in the game that a fountain is going to heal you up pretty far. Also, starting all over was very low, but managed to kill the Treant, so that additional healing came through for him. And you know, Status playing the TC does have some personal healing, but it requires him to be landing skills. And Avanci's been hit.
Yeah, Vainglory getting lit up. His starting was kind of dancing around the edge of the fight. Avoiding Spitfires, that one will connect. He's using the active camo very nicely to kind of just use that move speed, dodge Spitfire's flash. You're not going to TP right in front of me. I don't think that's going to happen. Vainglory, he's empowered, he moves in, uses the Aegis, drops right at the starting, but he stands right there, gets stunned up, gets the fight intervention. He's going to boomerang the other way around and come back. Oh no, his best shot got starting down. These guys are just trading back and forth. Now Eliminate, getting lit up, the Goops down, Eliminate. He'll survive. This is very fun.
So I hadn't realized how much Crystal Power Status actually built into. I thought that Shatter Glass was something else. Like, my brain just didn't register, so I was like, okay, that's how he survived that fight.
Oh no, Status! Oh, that's gonna get clipped.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate moment. I like that he B-stepped a little bit. He's like, I done goofed. But he is going for more damage. He's getting that broken myth before he finishes out more of those defensive items. So his sustain is going to be there, but only in the form of landing those abilities. If they're able to CC him out. They landed it from Hell's Heart in the previous fight. They didn't manage to connect onto it further because there was a good fearsome shadows. But if they're able to kind of chain some of that crowd control, Flashlights can get in position to land a great Holy Nova. Maybe they, can pop Status. But Status might actually start to survive these team fights. Has picked up the Crystal Infusion. It looks like Hammers, they're ready and raring to go, and they want to be able to just fight with the best of them.
I mean, we talk about hyper carries, and a lot of times, as of recent, people have been like, oh yeah, the Idris, he gets to late game, nobody could stop him, the damage. And of course, it's true in a lot of senses, but we can't go to sleep on this Kestrel. I mean, the Kestrel, as you start to get these items, you get the levels, get into the mid and the late game, blows people up.
Yeah, they need longer fights. They need more spread out fights from the side of TSM. Give Best Shotgun A the venue in which to be able to just shine and do his best on a Scarf where he's able to land this poke like this. This is the lane. This is perfect. He's landing skill shot after skill shot. He's building up. Actually, he doesn't have the Broken Myth. I thought he was building a Broken Myth stack. So we're like, wow, he's gonna be like 8 or 9 Broken Myth stacks at this point, and someone's about to get popped. They're able to get huge pressure in, and just like that, TSM has just taken this tower off of great Scarf mode.
Yeah, they take that turret from Hell's Heart, comes through as well. Healing doesn't matter. They're able to take down. Eliminate actually didn't even pop. Oh, he didn't get that off. Dragon's Breath comes through. Status. Oh, the block. You're in a bad place, my friend. He's going to get taken down very shortly. Yeah, they come through. Vainglory activates that Spectral Smite. It's a very tasty little snack for him. And with that, TSM, they're going to apply damage onto the choke point turret and probably take the Crystal Sentry as well.
They will easily take this turret. I don't know if they'll have the time to stick around for the Crystal Sentry. Catherine is already back up. Maybe if they immediately go there and do it right now, but it is a little bit dangerous. Best Check A is about a quarter mana. They've taken a bit of damage, and they still have a couple of abilities on cooldown. No From Hell's Heart, no Dragon's Breath, and so better for them to not overcommit onto that. That would have been a great way to throw back probably at 3,000 gold, off of some kills, and they still have their turrets up. So they've been kind of playing this over in Hammer's side of the map. Hammers really hasn't gotten past the halfway point in a while. And now at TSM, they're much closer to some of those big items. There's that Poison Shiv I was looking for from Vainglory. He's going to be able to absolutely destroy Status now. And maybe this will, really break open these team fights, make them a lot less even.
I'm curious what Hammers are looking to achieve by just hanging around here poking. Like, this is Broken Myth stacking up. Status taking a lot of damage. Best Chuck moving forward. Status is getting taken down right here. It's a 2 versus 2. Eliminate's going to go down. Dragon's Breath wound up. Vainglory over the top side. They didn't even need it. It's Dragon's Breath just for style points right now, Source. Where it was starting all over.
He was on the flank. He was ready for that fight. I just don't think he was ready for Best Check A to land 3 skill shots at once, and they got him!
Uh-oh, starting against the world. Here we go, starting 3 versus 1. Active camo's down, jukes out to the right, and gets killed.
Yeah, you're not gonna survive that. Not alone as a Kestrel, and because it's a weapon power Kestrel, you don't have that additional timer on your active camo. If you're CP, that lasts for a bit longer. You can stealth around, you can be a sneaky snake. We'll get to see this one more time, but really just look at how much damage Best Chuck is doing. All of that was based off of a number of well-placed skill shots. He had gotten 4 or 5 Spitfires to land, and I think that Eliminate was waiting for the call to go in. Whether or not, I doubt as the substitute coming into the team that he's the one calling these engages. Yes, you usually want your tank, the person with the engage ability, to do that, but often communication systems will change when you make a substitution. Because of that, I think he was unready to go in for that major team fight, and it resulted in Best Chuck being able to do what he does best, poke you from a billion years away, doesn't matter what CP carry it is, results in a Kraken, and now TSM is looking to possibly close out this game.
Yeah, there's a very good chance that TSM will close this game out if they can have a successful push here. I feel like Hammers need to make the engage happen, like, super aggressively. You'd like for Eliminate to have that Echo. Oh, he finished the Echo. They have the Echo now. This is going to be good for them. Potentially. Active camo is down, but they're not in range to find the damage. TSM moving forward. Eliminate taking way too much damage. He's going to have to heal before they actually get into an engage here. This is danger, danger zone, friends. Starting being lit up by these Spitfires. Active camoing back. He's going to heal up as well. Kraken's still quite healthy. Best Chuck throwing out these Spitfires, landing on his status. Goop down as well. Dragon's Breath going to come out. He moves forward. Roasting Hammer starting. Dips out. Moves out. Got the block. He's staying alive. Power Hammer still alive. Blast Tremor coming through. They're able to get one. Best Chuck and Flash probably hang around. Kraken is quite healthy. They can still end the game here as long as Best Chuck stays alive and applies the damage. Flash in. Best Chuck, what's he gonna do? He drops down the bottom of starting. He's made the rotation around. Divine Intervention comes out. Best Chuck staying alive. Kraken still doing work. Status is like, oh, I don't know where to go. Where do I go, team? This is gonna be the Vein Crystal going down. TSM coming through here. In game 3,
are they?
Barring a miracle. I was almost wrong there. TSM finding the win in game 3. What an exciting series.
Best Chuck NA turned into a flame-throwing machine gun. Was able to just output so much damage, built up so many broken misstacks, perfect